I wanted to do a video first thing this morning explaining exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. Here's the other crew that he's got working on another 30-acre tract where I've got to come in. And you'll notice, you know, they did all their stumping and everything. But they got a 953, a 312, a 160, and a Cat D6. Okay, now they've taken that D6 and they've done what everybody's suggested. And they have raked everything up and pushed it. Well, if you look over there, they've got just a hodgepodge of crap. I mean, just like a half acre, just crap pushed everywhere. Alright, now that's not gonna burn. It's gonna take you a week to go through that to pick out stuff that would burn, and then now you still got that ginormous pile of crap you can't do nothing with. It's gonna have all the roots and junk in it. Alright, so that don't leave you many options but to dig a hole and bury it, and that's what it appears to be they're doing right here. But you see that red dirt? Well, you're taking all this nice organic topsoil, nice good pasture dirt, and you're burying it, and then you're spreading all that nasty red clay out on top of it, and all that's going to do is just completely ruin all this good ground that he's spending a lot of money to get cleared. So that's why I'm taking the time with the excavator to go through there and rake out everything and pick it out and get it where it'll burn. Because I mean, they've been working on this for like 2 months now, and it looks like they got about maybe 3 or 4 acres right here ready and the rest stumped. But ideally, see, this is a little bit drier than the ground I'm working on. I'm working way on the other side of that row of trees going across the field. But ideally, what you would want to do is come out here with like a D6, D7, D8 with a rake on it and rake up everything you could. Get all your brush and everything up. If the ground's hard enough, see, the ground's not hard enough to support that dozer. You know, that's a 80,000 pound dozer. It would just get buried up out here. So that eliminates that. But ideally, yes, you would want to bring a big bulldozer out here and strip everything off, and then bring a D8 in or switch out blades to like a KG blade and stump all this, and then have you can rake it all up, and then all your excavator would do is stack it. But that's just not going to work in this circumstance out here, because the ground won't support the weight of that heavy machine. So we've got to come in here with the excavators and rip out all the underbrush, dig the stumps, windrow it up where it'll dry out, and then come in once it's dried out and rake it out, burn everything, and then we'll probably we'll find some low areas to end up wasting all this bottom mess. So I just wanted to do a quick little video explaining just why I do what I do out here. Because you can see what they've done. I mean, I think I cleared most of that pile when I came down this fence line right here. But it's just a hodgepodge of mess out there. There's more dirt than anything that's going to burn. You know, I'm not talking crap about them, because I mean, they're using what they got. But you know, they got a 953 right here, open cab with a 4-in-1. So I mean, that's a decent machine you can start raking this stuff with. Because that's actually what I did. Because when I come down here, I cleared 50 foot right there for that fence line when we made a swath all the way down here. Let's see how the burn piles are doing this morning. Looks like he's gonna stack them. He might have went down there and stacked that one up, but it looks like he's gonna get these stacked up. Stupid damn seatbelt dinger. Alright, let me get the machine fired up and we're gonna go to work. But back to like I was saying about a dozer. I mean, there's no doubt a dozer would be 5, 6, 7 times as fast as what I'm doing. But in the end, you'd have just as much time picking through everything that I would have pushed up versus my windrows that all I got to do is pretty much just go down and just kind of shake a little of the dirt out of them. Because I mean, there's no way you could take a bulldozer and push all this green stuff up and get it anywhere as close as clean as that is where it would burn. So that's, and these stumps out here, a D6 wouldn't even budge some of these big stumps out here. So I mean, you'd have to have, like I did mention, a D8 or so, and then it comes back to the ground. It's not going to hold it up. So if you got a heavy bulldozer with tracks half as wide as this, you know, all it's going to do is just mire everything up and get stuck and make a mess. So yes, this is the slow route, but really it's the only route you can go on a project like this. It just is what it is. This is the absolute worst stuff you can possibly clear. I wish people would understand, when you wait 2 years after logging, it's actually probably the most expensive you can ever do, I think. Because you got all this bottom mess. It's too small. I mean, it'll burn, but you got all the grass and everything in it, the weeds, and it's just a nightmare to deal with. Because if you rake through it, all the grass wads up, then you got all this topsoil grass and you can't grade out. You just have to disc it and disc it and disc it in. All the darn sticks, you know, they're at the point where they're rotten, so when you touch them, they just explode into 50 pieces. So you got chunks of wood everywhere that you can't grab and pick up. And then, I mean, the only plus side is the stumps are a little easier to get up, but not much on big trees. So the time to clear land is either when the trees are still standing, like the back row back there, or like a month after they logged it. So that, because I mean, once they clear cut it, there's nothing left but pine straw, branches, and stumps. And I can see every stump. I can grab the branches, they stay together, and it seems like it goes twice as fast. So, but this is what I got to work with, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm getting back to it.